MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Here it's the second of this four-game series between the Blazers and the Thunder. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Travis Blondie will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy wasn't too bad in this last one, Matt. Pitched all the way through the sixth inning. And listen, that's what you ask for nowadays. If you can get your starter to get you through the sixth inning and turn it over to the bullpen. He took the loss in the last one, but he actually pitched pretty well.
Stepping up to the plate, Leon Richardson. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Second of 4 on a Friday night as the game's first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set. You take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What's this club going to need to focus on this evening, Mark?
Yeah, Matty, this team poses a lot of problems offensively. This is a scary lineup because they can beat you in a variety of ways. Not only do they have power in the middle of the order, but a ton of speed that can put some serious pressure on the defense.
Richardson comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Boy, and it's a good night for the old hot chocolate here. 46 degrees at game time. Down and away, ball one. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Roll, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers. He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, Dan, Earl's got a great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hits this one hard the other way. And there's out number 2.
The first baseman, Mad Dog Jackson.
In now, Mad Dog Jackson, the winner of last year's Silver Slugger Award for first baseman in the National League. Now here's the pitch. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
1-2. Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get-me-over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
Fouled off. The 1-2. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. On now to the bottom of inning number 1 with no score after a half an inning. Jorge Campos, the Brazilian-born pitcher, is on the mound to start here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty D, this ought to be exciting. This is one of the top young pitchers in the game right now. He keeps getting better. He keeps learning. And if he continues at this pace, this guy has a chance to be one of the more reliable pitchers in the game.
Into the box now, Saul Worthing. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now a bunt attempt here. Wind-up and the 0-1. And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone-cold take. The 1-2. This is on the ground over to first.
What a stop on the slide. What a play.
Batting second, the second baseman, Tiny Ryan.
At the plate, Tiny Ryan, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now the pitch. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
Batting third.
Chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key for a home win here tonight, Mark?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit high and deep out to left center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Colt Snow. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. One strike. Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now. 0-2. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate. And that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives. And he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
At the plate, Nori Dizzy, as the first pitch to him, runs a bit inside for ball one. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So it's a two-run shot to right center. Home run number 9 on the year, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Big swing right there. Give himself a little bit of breathing room. Let his pitcher go to work. Now they're up 2.
So now to the plate, Francisco Barreto, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. And he's looking to get it going, off to a bit of a slow start this year. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hole, 0-2.
Hey, I know how frustrated he is right now. They say the pitcher gets a strike, the hitter gets a strike, and the umpire gets a strike. That's exactly what's happening right now. He's got to regroup. He's got one more.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Francisco Barreto goes down to become the first out here in the second inning. Fouled straight back. Lifted in the air to center. Worthing is there, 2 gone.
The shortstop, Alejandro.
So striding in, Alejandro Rosa. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Liner towards second, but this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. The Blazers are out on. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Mike Hayes.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
All right, here's how the visitors are lining up today. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
To the plate now, Randall Mad Dog, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. Checks his swing, but this will be strike two call. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. This guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
The 1-2. Scorched to third. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Stepping in, Michael Lopez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Starts him out with the knuckle curve, and he swings through it for strike one. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Well, this was a good start from the pitcher. First 5 guys, 5 up, 5 down, but number 6 hitter proved to be a little bit more difficult, and that's a bullet hit.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Dan. Just a nice AB by the 6-hole guy after watching his first 5 brethren take a seat.
Now a throw over, and he's back easily. First pitch of the at-bat. Big swing and a miss at the knuckle curve, strike one. Lopez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Behind 0-2 now. Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss got him reaching. And the throw to first ends the inning. Coming to the plate now, Jorge Campos.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
No offer at that one. It's a cold strike. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. 0-2 count and the pitch. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. At the plate, Leon Richardson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. Richardson tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be reined in. And they won't have a play as he reaches at first. Let's see how this is scored.
Well, that's what wheels can do for you, D'Lo. You can see this right here on this replay. He just simply outruns the white rabbit. He just outruns the baseball.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. You know why? Because this is the one tool you can't teach. You can take countless ground balls. You can hit till your hands bleed. But if you got no...
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base. Howard Urban will have to get loose in a hurry now as he'll come in and run following the injury. One out and a runner on second base. Lofted in the air out toward right center. franchise is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Now back, the first baseman.
Riding in once again, Mad Dog Jackson. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Throw to second, and he's out. That'll end the inning, but they do score 1 on the play. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. Howard Urban stays in the ballgame batting number 8 and takes over in center field.
Number 10, Howard Urban.
At the plate now, Andrew Arellano. He swings and grounds it to short. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes 1 away. Wow. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. Stepping up now, Travis Blondie. Here comes the first pitch.
That's the ball. Outside.
The 1-0. Hit hard toward the right side. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
Standing in now, Saul Worthing as he sends it on the ground to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Now back, the second baseman, Tiny Ryan.
Digging in to try it again, Tiny Ryan. Here's the first pitch to him. In the air to straightaway right. Richardson is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Colt Snow. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Strike taken up in the zone. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Back up the middle, and that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that into memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Nori Dizzy will stand in for the 2nd time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Hits it high and deep out to center field. A ball that's carrying, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup. And that's exactly been the case today. He not only...
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Into the box, Lucius Rojas, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance when you dive into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his stuff up a little bit better and get the ball down in the strike zone.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down or he won't be out here very long.
Franchise has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And that one just not deep enough, so they'll wisely hold him at third with 1 out in the inning now. Into the box, Alejandro Rosas. First offering on its way. Lifted in the air to right field. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly, so it's now a 5-0 game.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Hit in the air to right field. Long run for the right fielder. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now. Stepping into the box, Scott Franchise. He flew out at his last at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Sharp ground ball to third. And quickly there's 1 down to lead off the frame. Digging in, Mike Hayes, a winner of last year's Silver Slugger Award for NL catchers. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Center fielder going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now back, first baseman.
Digging in now, Randall Mad Dog. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Grounded to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Settling in now, Howard Rubin. First at-bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Now here it comes.
2-1.
Lifted down the line in left. In comes the left fielder, and they can't run it down. And another foul ball. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Worthing will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number one.
Now that's right fielder, Richardson.
Ready once again, Richardson. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The high fastball is in there.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter is going to adjust.
And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a one-out base runner.
Man, that's a nice job by the batter right there, keeping the front side in. Not easy on a curveball. Would have been easy to throw the front side and hook that foul, but he was able to stay inside and drive it for a base hit.
1-0 pitch. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Ball and 2 strikes now.
1-2.
Runners on first with 1 down. Hits this one hard the other way. Step on the bag for 1, and he is in there. They couldn't get him at second.
Now
here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second base, but out at first. Great hustle there from the runner going into second. Really showed off his speed.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Colt Snow. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. In there, and it's 0-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. This is popped up. Lopez waits on it, and that ends the inning. Now to the plate, Michael Lopez. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning. Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
Stepping in now, Adrian Esparza. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and chopped down the line at third. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Nobody out, runner on first. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Throw over to first, but the runner's back easily. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. And there he goes towards second. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. He'll try it again from first. Pitch misses low. The throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. The 1-2. This is swung on and popped up. Crossing into foul territory now behind third. Snow is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 99, Andrew Arellano.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Andrew Arellano. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. That fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at bat going. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. Campos will take charge himself out there, and there's 2 down. So here now is the pitcher, Travis Blondie.
The pitcher, Travis Blondie.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Starts him out with the knuckle curve, and he swings through it for strike 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball. He's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Sent back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily.
Boy, big game yesterday from these guys. It takes them a little while to get through on the score column, but finally they get through in the middle part of this game.
Yeah, Dan, yesterday was a fight to get to the bat rack. Everybody was squaring balls up left and right. Today, not the same. Pitcher's been executing, but they were able to dial it in. Hopefully that's the breakthrough.
Into the box now, Saul Worthing. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
2 out with the man at first. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
What a nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Stayed on the attack, kept his hands inside the ball and took what the pitcher gave.
To the plate now, Tiny Ryan. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Brian Cannon will grab a bat to pinch hit, and he'll do so with a couple of runners in scoring position here, but with 2 out in the inning. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
2 balls, no strikes.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this will be foul. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Portland leads this one 5-1. Brian Cannon stays in the ballgame in the 9-hole and takes over at second base.
Brian Cannon.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Nori Dizzy, up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
The 2-0 on the way. Is laid off, but in there for strike one.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
Full count still. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it, so that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front, really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
At the plate, Lucius Rojas. 1-0 the count. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. Gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Second home run early in the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did. Now batting, Alejandro Rosas, and the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer. Well, they're definitely starting to tee off on him now, and I do think it's a result of what we were just talking about. He seems to be laboring and not putting the ball where he wants it.
A dive, and he knocks it down. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first.
Now back, the center field.
Well, a part of me wants to applaud him for staying with it and making the throw, but after he bobbled it, he should have just eaten the ball and lived to fight another day. As it is, he gets tagged with an error, and a man is on base.
So it's second and third following the error. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Howard Urban. Too low, 1-0.
That's the ball.
Runners are at second and third with one down. Ball 2 now.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
2-2. And here's Here's a curveball that's laid off that time. It's full 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Howard Urban goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Richardson stands in as he looks at a called strike. Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
The 0-2 once more. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run, 1 error, and 2 left. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. The Blazers are out in front here, 7-1. Coming to the plate now, Scott Franchise. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Line towards center field. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch for the first out.
Catcher number 2.
Digging in once again, Mike Hayes. First delivery to him on the way. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Hey, this guy has really been attacking the zone, and this lineup has been more than happy to swing at a lot of pitchers' pitches so far.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Now back, first baseman, Randall Mad Dog.
Taking in, Randall Mad Dog. Here comes the first pitch.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
The windup and the 0-1. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. 2 out, nobody on. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Ready now, Mad Dog Jackson. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Mad Dog Jackson.
Now here's the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Ball 2.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop. You better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Line towards center field. Worthing is right there, 1 down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Ready for another shot now, Colt Snow. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit, and that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he is into third with a triple, his 3rd hit of the night.
And that's his 2nd triple of the season. For some hitters, that's a career. Good swing and great hustle to pick up the 3-bagger.
In now, Nori Dizzy, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty B, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
Into the box, Francisco Barreto, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Fastball well outside. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Michael Lopez.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Now batting, the third baseman, Adrian.
Now at the plate, Adrian Esparza. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, this one's going to upset him for a little bit. You make the pitcher work the way he did right there, and that's the end result.
And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. Solo shot here to left. 4th home run here in the early going, and it's a 7-2 game now.
Boy, talk about when you're hot, you're hot. Hits 2 bombs yesterday and another long bomb so far today. When this guy gets hot, he's near impossible to stop. I'm not giving this guy a pitch anywhere close to him.
Standing in now, Andrew Arellano hit in the air to straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase, but he won't get to it. It drops in behind him. And he'll reach second now with 1 away. Well, they were having their troubles with his heater early, but not this time.
Yeah, after a while, the good hitting team is going to start catching up on that hard stuff. You can see that he tracks this thing all the way and just rips it to the wall. He's in the second with a double.
Into the box now, Travis Blondie, high in the air out to center field. Ruben is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Saul Worthing, runner in scoring position with Cigar. First pitch coming, here it is. The 0-1 delivery. Lifted in the air out to left. Dizzy is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Portland is on top 7-2. Ready to take his hacks again, Lucius.
Go goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
The kid, Hale, has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Now at the plate, Alejandro Rosa. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a liner. And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. He's around first, heading for 2.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul, but he manages to squeak it just inside the right field line for a well-hit line drive double. By the time the right fielder tracked it down, he was easily into second.
Runner goes for third. In there, now the throw. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it.
How about that for making something happen? First he rips a double, then on the very next pitch he swipes third, just showing what kind of offensive weapon he can be.
And it's in time to get him, but a run is in to score away from the play.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Howard Urban. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The next 0-2. Swung right over the top of that one as this is a little dribbler out in front of the mound. And with his speed, forget it. It's an infield single.
Right fielder, Richardson.
So now to the plate, Richardson, and it's fouled away. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
You'll only see about 10 of these pitches a year. The changeup on a tee in the middle of the plate, but tip your hat to the batter right there. He did not come unglued, stayed within himself and drove it for a base hit.
And he fouls this one off. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Fouled off. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. 2 down, runners at first and second. And there's a base hit on the line. Now a long throw home. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look.
Jason Blake enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. At the plate, Colt Snow, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. And he's got a shot at history. Needs to send one over the wall to complete the cycle.
you have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no...
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So it's 2. Leonel Diaz is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Brian Cannon. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly, and there's one away. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starter's final line. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
In now, Scott Franchise as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Comes set and the 0-1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there, and that's the second out. Now in the box, Mike Hayes. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Pitch on the way. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 0-1, here it comes. Popped him up. Rosas shading to his right. And that ends the inning. Striding in, Nori Dizzy. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0.
Hey! Ha!
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
To the plate now, Francisco Barreto. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 now. Again, another foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. Now a hard liner. Foul. The next 1-2 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this one lands in the bullpen area, a foul ball. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Here's the first pitch to him. Lucius Rojas is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder on the run. And a long run, but he's there to track it down. Nice range, and the side is retired. Into the box now, Randall Mad Dog starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count. at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Hey, guys, there had to be something in the scouting report right there. For him to be on top of that. Change up the way he was. That was pretty special.
Kevin Esslinger will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Michael Lopez runs up as if to bunt and miss. It strike one. Corey Esparza will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Dan, if they're going to crack Drew, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Buell, this pitch has kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through in this one.
The left fielder, number 99, Andrew Arellano.
Stepping in, Andrew Arellano. Set. Here it comes. Swinging a blooper to the right side. Right fielder coming on. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. A.J. Valito start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up. Throw on to first is in time to get him. And the Blazers have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Wow, they were banging on all cylinders from the leadoff man to the number 9 guy in the order. They absolutely cruised to a 7-run victory. If it were only always that easy, right?
A 9-2 finish at the end of this contest. Portland took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Jorge Campos earns the win, his second. Travis Blondie was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious visiting.